Welcome back to Psych and Love, the channel where we explore the deepest secrets of the human heart and mind. I am so glad you are here today. If you are new here, please subscribe and join our Gen G Love family. We are growing every single day and I do not want you to miss a single video. Today we are talking about something that has become one of the most painful and confusing experiences of modern relationships. Ghosting. One day they are there. The next complete silence. No explanation. No closure. Nothing. Why do people do this? Let us find out. Ghosting, the act of suddenly cutting off all communication without explanation, has become increasingly common. And while it might seem like a modern phenomenon born of dating apps and social media, the psychology behind it is as old as human relationships themselves. At its core, ghosting is almost always an avoidance behavior. A way of ending something without having to face the discomfort of a difficult conversation. One of the most common reasons people ghost is a deep fear of conflict. Having an honest conversation about not wanting to continue a connection feels terrifying to them. They imagine the other person's hurt, their questions, their potential anger, and the anxiety of facing all of that feels worse than simply disappearing. So they choose silence. Not out of cruelty, but out of an inability to tolerate emotional discomfort. Another reason is what psychologists call avoidant attachment. People with this attachment style instinctively pull back when emotional intimacy increases. When a connection starts feeling real, when it starts requiring vulnerability and commitment, something in them shuts down and retreats. Ghosting becomes their exit strategy. A way to create distance without having to explain why they needed it. Sometimes people ghost because they genuinely do not know how to communicate their feelings. They have never learned how to say, "I do not think this is working for me." So instead of finding the words, they find the exit. It is not mature. But it is often more about their emotional limitations than about anything the other person did wrong. And sometimes the hardest truth: people ghost because they simply do not value the other person enough to give them the dignity of an explanation. This is the version that hurts the most to hear. But understanding it is important. Because when someone ghosts you without a second thought, that tells you everything you needed to know about how much they were ever really invested. And that information, painful as it is also a gift. It protects you from investing more in someone who was never truly in it with you. That is it for today's video on Psych and Love. If this video spoke to your heart, please give it a big thumbs up. It takes just 1 second and it means the world to us. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. And if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button right now and become part of our Gen G Love family. We are building something special here together. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself.